Hey guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, and I'm reading Justice League vs. Suicide Squad, issue number 1 of 6. Now, this is pretty good. I had a feeling that at least, like I said, the first two issues would be pretty good, and so far, so good. I'm batting 1 in 100, I guess. But the idea is that they kind of give a backstory to the Suicide Squad, not to the Justice League, because they assume that everybody knows who the Justice League is, although they do introduce Batman and the Flash and Aquaman and a few others, so they don't introduce Superman. Go figure, so I guess they figure you know that much. But they introduce all the Suicide Squad, they give a funny little blurb on who they are, and then they go into the idea that they got bombs in their cerebral cortex and all sorts of different things like that, where it's like, okay, clearly they're expecting no one has ever read the comics before, and they're expecting that no one has seen the Suicide Squad movie that just came out. I mean, I don't know that all that was quite necessary. That could have been done on a page where they just wrote who these people are really quick, while they also wrote down who the Justice League are just for the sake of conversation. It wasn't really necessary to do it inside the story, but I don't know. I feel like I've seen the origin stories for these characters and so many other characters so many times, it's actually kind of ridiculous. So, of course, they are eventually going to get into it with these characters, with the Justice League. I think that my favorite part of what happened here is that there was a quick little explanation from the I Am Suicide storyline happening, or that actually just finished this week in Batman issues 9 through 13. I just did the last issue this week. They explain why in that issue Amanda Waller broke into the Batcave. They talk about it here. They actually show it in issue number 13 of Batman. She goes in and she has this little confrontation with Alfred, and while normally he would kill, literally kill anyone who walked into the Batcave or even got close, nope, in this particular instance, he just continues dusting because he knows he doesn't want to mess with Waller. So that was pretty cool. But the explanation actually comes in this issue why she broke in is because she wanted to find out exactly how much Batman knows about the Suicide Squad. Well, the big thing that apparently they haven't figured out, and Batman, world's greatest detective, I think he better call in Sherlock Holmes, because he doesn't realize that they've got these bombs in their heads. Now, they don't explicitly point that out, but the fact that it's not mentioned is a big deal. And of course, Waller several times in this indicates, do what I say or I kill you. I think that after a while that threat becomes a moot point and they just don't care anymore. Honestly, that's how I would feel. That's it's just a human psychology kind of thing. You keep threatening someone with death, pretty soon they're not afraid of that anymore. So you have to be careful with that. But whatever, man. That's just the comics. Anyway, enough with the criticisms of the comic. Eventually it comes to the point where they reveal the main bad guys in this, and you got Lobo amongst a few others. Most importantly, leading them is Maxwell Lord. Anybody who just went, oh, when I said that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, I might have to do a little thing about Maxwell Lord pretty soon, because that's a big deal. So, yeah, this actually is kind of cooler than I expected it to be. I didn't expect it to be this level of big bad. This is interesting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give this a outstanding A minus. I like, especially since I went into this with such low expectations, I really like what I saw in this. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.